Hello and welcome to Everquest. Today we're going to talk about the new stream series that I'm going to start up soon. Either next stream or the one after that. I haven't decided yet. But we're going to put the monk on the back burner for a little while. We've hit a point in that series where we cannot progress unless we're like fully buffed with level 120 buffs, or we're pretty much just getting chunked down. It's pretty bad at times and it's good at other times, but we're gonna take a rest on her for a while and start the series with these nice scaly boys right here. And yeah, so let me bring my I have a document, so I like to write documents and stuff like that just to kind of organize everything. So I'm gonna call this stream series the Sons of Thule. Obviously there's two Kazakh Thule worshipping lizard boys, and they have a wood elf, and I'll go over that here shortly. So I wrote a little background for this series just to kind of set the pace. Where I'm creating these characters on Firiona Vie. It's the role-playing server, so I thought it was a little fitting. And so the Sons of Thule, brood brothers Zerd and Yugs of the new Great XR Empire, start out their journey anew in Kabalis. Driven by a pure blood rage to conquer all of Norath, they set out. Not too long into their journey, the brothers stumble upon a lost wood elf bard and took her prisoner. The bard, Stockholm, being a cunning elf, knew enough of the lizardman language to speak to her captors and negotiate an understanding. Stockholm would travel with them as their translator throughout Norath. As a wood elf, Stockholm would be able to negotiate trade deals with other races, hire mercenaries with her mastery of the elvish tongue. This unlikely trio will continue their adventures throughout Kunark until they make their way into a new land. So I'm kind of setting it up, you know, she's a prisoner, kind of taken back from the kind of inspired by this image right here, the Ixar Shaman right here, kind of capturing Firiona Vie. Kind of that's where my inspiration for this kind of series came from, with a little bit of money heist in there. But that's the background, that's the inspiration, right? And the bard actually provides a lot of useful stuff that the Ixar race does not have. She will be handling all CC. She will also be handling lockpicking and faster modes of travel. So that is kind of where we're going with that. So these are the rules of the series. It's different than the solo self-found. So here we go. We're gonna have no power leveling. So I will not receive power leveling from other people or anything like that. And I'm gonna have to try really hard to prevent that, because it seems like a lot of people want to do that for me. No auto grant. I'm gonna earn every single AA. That is one of the trade-offs I'm taking, to be able to use the bazaar. And instead of doing solo self-found, we're gonna be able to buy raid loot. We just can't, we actually have to earn our levels. No buying chrono to buy items. So we have to farm all the platinum and everything like that. We can trade things, and we'll kind of go over that here in a little bit. No tutorial. We're gonna start fresh in Kabalis. You can see that they're not Kabalis, but Field of Bone. They're in Plane of Knowledge now. I did start them in Crescent Reach, and I did run them from there and set them up that way. Mostly I did that because I don't want to have an origin to Kabalist East. It's just really inconvenient for later on. And this way they're all starting in the same spot, and it just works out for me. These are fresh gold accounts. I just made the accounts. I just bought the expansions. It's on the Firiona Vie server. The only thing I'm allowing is the pay-to-win bags. There's nothing more inconvenient than when you're on a stream and your bags are full and you have to go sell, and you have to like go through and inspect every single item in your bag. That's kind of how it was started out in the Monk series, and it was just really tedious. So I bought all the bags that I could, just to kind of solve that problem. I'm allowing external buffs because we're going to get to a point where we might not be able to progress without that. I'll make a guild for them. I haven't done it yet. I don't know what to call it yet, but maybe I'll join a guild with some people. Apparently almost everybody who watches on Twitch and YouTube is on the Firiona Vie server, so that leads into another thing I want to do here. But another caveat we have is we cannot leave Kunark. Once I click the Field of Bone Stone, they have to stay there. I might let them go out to buy spells, at least the Bard anyway, because she won't be able to get any spells in Kunark until like level 50. So that's the only reason they can leave. They are bound at the Soulbinder here in Plane of Knowledge. So, you know, there's that. So Plane of Knowledge is like the only place they're allowed besides Kunark. They cannot gain experience. They can't do daily quests unless it takes place in Kunark. So that's going to be an interesting time. Let's see here. After 60, they can follow the expansions through, you know, the milestones I have set up through all the other series. So I'm allowing the Bazaar. So this is not going to be a self-found series. It's obviously not a solo series. But the Bazaar has, you know, you can buy raid loot on this server. Nothing's untradeable. So that is going to be like, we have the trade-offs. We can only be in Kunark. You know, it seems fair. And this series, I want to have more fun. I want to be able to just do things, and I'm going to group with players. Like, I'm going to have 3 mercenaries. That'll give me 3 slots in the group to switch out for other people. I don't want anybody higher than 5 levels and no one lower than 5 levels. I think that is a fair range to be able to actually, you know, contribute. Because I don't want to have someone who's, you know, 10 levels higher than me just one-shotting everything. Because they're fully geared out and, you know, various raid loot and stuff like that, and just, you know, to keep it legit as possible. And I just want to have fun. I know that a few people have expressed that they want to give me weapons and gear and stuff like that, and we'll just go with it, just to have fun. We're just gonna play, get to 120, do some group missions and stuff. Try to, you know, invite people from the stream that want to play and get them playing with us. Kind of a little different, more interactive. Like when I was playing the monk, there was several instances where people wanted to group with him or with her. I keep forgetting I made her as a girl. You know, they wanted to group, and you know, I was doing the solo self-found, so it was kind of a limitation there that was kind of a hindrance to having fun, right? It's rare that you can group with people in this game at this point in time. All right, so milestones, we're going to get to all the epics. We're going to get 120. Leveling, this is my current path that I have planned out. We're going to start in Field of Bone, get about level 8. Level 8, we're going to head to Kern's Tower and go from there. Lake Omen to about 28 to 30. There's the Sarnak Fort is where we're going to end up in this zone. Technically, we could stay here longer and go down into the lake and kill the goblins down there. We can stay here until like 46, honestly, if you kill the goblins, but I'm not sure how viable that will be without having Enduring Breath. So that's, if I get lucky and I get 3 helmets that have Fey Rune or whatever, I think it's the Ornate ones and higher, give that. We might consider that. Otherwise, we're going to head off to Howling Stones and City of Mist for the next tier. And then Karnar's Castle, we're going to hit that up for a little bit. I believe there's some items in there we want to pick up. At least something to, you know, help us kill things faster. Because really, that's going to be kind of one of the limitations. And then we're going to go to Sibyllus and finish out to level 60. And probably do some AAs in there. Pick up whatever AAs we can get at that level. We're gonna have to stop leveling, get some AAs, and kind of repeat that process throughout the whole thing. And then I believe this is just from the one I copied and pasted from my last the last document I wrote for this. But these are pretty much, you know, the next, all the different expansions we're going to go through. We're going to try to go through most of them, at least hit up a zone in each expansion along the way, and try that out. I know when we just went through the Monk series, we got up to House of Thule, and we went through like Arkstone, Valdholm, Dragonscale, and all that stuff. So we're going to try to do the same, round about the same things. You know, there's not very many variations through certain expansions, so depending on how our gear is, we'll probably go and do the Paragon stuff again, like we did with the Monk, just so that we can get that gear. But we might be able to buy better stuff at that point in time. I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to end up. But we should. I'm fairly confident this group will make it to 120 without any issue at all. Then there's some quests of notes that I wrote down, and I'm gonna have to be farming lots of platinum because I'm fresh on the server. I don't have any higher levels to make trade skill items or anything like that. It is just these 3 characters and a bunch of level 1s that have the names of other characters I'm gonna possibly move over to the server eventually. But so let's get into what we're starting with here. We have Zerd, who's a Shadowknight. We have Yusk. I don't even know how I'm going to say that, but we have Yusk. He is a Shaman. And we have Stockholm, the Bard. So I think it's going to be a fairly strong group. Right over here, you can see. So I hired 2 Froglock DPS mercs, melee DPS mercs, and a Banshee healer. I could not find, like, the Ixar mercenaries don't sell or Ixar healers or melee DPS, unfortunately. So they offer Froglocks, and then I had purchased the House of Thule for all these characters to get the extra bags. So I got these 2, the blue and purple bag here from that House of Thule's collector's edition, which also included the Banshee mercenary contract. So I got that. With that, I've also set up all their UIs and everything. It's based on the Tawani UI that I was using. It's I mean, it's a standard UI, just in the configuration I like, and they're all pretty much laid out the exact same. See here. His spam button does nothing right now. He has no skills, no spells, no money, no nothing. He's got nothing. I did set up some buff macros where he just targets each person, casts Inner Fire, does that, and I did set up a heal macro, which is pretty rudimentary at this point. It targets the person and does that. And I also have every macro saying something. So like, let's go back here, right? If I hit Shift Numpad 1, which is my heal button, he starts healing, and he just spams that. I have everybody speaking Elvish. I spent like 20 minutes spamming to get their Elvish up so that they could actually use it. And if I do it enough, eventually they'll have enough language so they can understand. But it doesn't seem to impact anything, right? The general chat here, new players, seems to work just fine. So I don't know where that falls into line, where nothing can speak, where you have to speak Elvish and stuff like that. It seems like there's no issues. Communication there might be like sending messages to each other. And then the Bard has an assist, which just turns on attack. I don't know if I'll be doing much melee with her. Bard melee DPS is not great at all. She is mostly here for ADPS and mana regen. And later on, lockpicking and solos. Melody is she only has 1 song, so what she started with, Chant of Battle. So I literally just have a melody of that, and it's on that key. And I did buy them all the current expansion, so they all got owlbears, and that does include a buff, which gives them a significant amount of hit points. And we had the same buff on Tuwani, and this is not really like I'm not gonna struggle. We're just gonna get to 120, and we're gonna have fun the whole time. That's my goal with this series, and whatnot. So let me see here. Come on, you're gonna come back in. There we go. Gear wise, we're gonna go with kind of the same process is pretty much what we're gonna be doing. Every once in a while, we should have enough extra platinum. We can go above and buy something else, right? Like we might be able to buy some armor from let's say Velos, right, or something from the bazaar, which is better than like a current Defiant item. Might happen, might not. We might be able to buy like tier 2, tier 3 House of Thule stuff when we're, you know, at 85 because we have a little extra platinum and it's cheap. I don't know. Prices, I just don't know the prices on the server yet. Like I don't even know the names of items to even look them up. So like if I go like this and I go chest and I go like that, and I just search, change the class. Let's narrow this down, Shadowknight, and we sort by price, right? You can see like Defiant breastplate is only 50 platinum, fairly cheap on the server compared to other ones. So it's, you know, required level 5. So we just, you know, have to go through and look through it every once in a while. Here's a Vindicator breastplate for 20 or 2,000. So, you know, it's just a matter of looking through here and seeing what we can pick up and what we can do with. Like here's a breastplate of speed for 10,000. Kind of nice. So we'll be able to go through here, and that's kind of one of the benefits, right? We'll be able to do all that and gear these guys up, but we have to farm the platinum and we have to farm all the AAs. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna probably stream these characters like 4 times a week. I'm looking at adding Friday to my streams lineup. I currently stream Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and I'm looking at adding Friday into the mix. So that'll be like 4 hours every stream with probably some time in between. Like when I'm downtime, I might make more videos and try to make like guide videos on the zones we're going through and stuff like that, like I've been doing with all the other characters. I'm trying to try to focus for the month of April on these characters. I'm probably going to start these guys streaming them in March, but for April, it's good. Most of the content will be these characters, and then depending on if I like the server, Firiona Vie and whatnot, I might move over my Paladin and Nomregard and the Beast Lord over to the server, and I might even move the Monk over. I have reserved all of their names so that I can move them over without losing the name. That was one of the big issues I was having, is if I move characters over, I want to keep their names because I've literally branded the whole series Nomregard's Journey, or the Terror of Firat with Uric, and Tawani's Pilgrimage, you know, stuff like that. So if I can't keep the name, I'm not gonna move them over. So that's something. But you know, this is kind of where we're at with this. Where's the right character here? But we're gonna have fun, I think. And if anybody wants to group up, we'll definitely group up. I know I've gotten all kinds of messages from people who want to group up and do things. I'm still interested in the new TLP, but that's not till May. That's like, May is like a year away. Like in internet time, right? May is a year away, and by then we could possibly be 120. There isn't a 50% experience bonus on this server, and the claims, right? When you do the claim your currency, right, you get experience potions. When I bought the bags, I got more experience potions. These give another 25% for 4 hours. So I'm probably going to be running these experience potions here just to clear them out of my bag and get us leveled up pretty quick. I'll probably level up the Shaman's alchemy to make damage shield potions if we can get some extra platinum. And I didn't see a lag pile in the Plane of Knowledge, so I think it's in the guild lobby, so we might get some buffs in between episodes if we can pick those up, and we're just gonna have fun. So that's kind of where we're heading with this series. This is gonna be the new stream series going forward, and Tuwani will have more, I guess, YouTube style content that's summarized, unless I decide to stream her again. But she has like, I think 31 or 32 episodes right now, and they're not all on YouTube yet. So yeah, there we go. So thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day.